Only regrets that I have right now at my age, and I never use my age as an excuse, that I should have done that business and I should have started like 20 years ago,
Yeah.
20, 25 years ago. I
Hmm.
mean, multifamilies.
Yeah.
It's never late. It's never too late. But instead of developing business for 20 years and getting to the point when you're satisfied, I have certain goals. I squeezed that goal to 5 years. So 1 year of my life is for 4 years of experience. That's only regret that I have. It's never too late, but
Yeah.
you can start now.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Pros podcast. I'm Kristen, and I'm here with Roman Kirzhner, who is a real estate investor in multifamily syndication. So thank you so much for being here, Roman.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
I'm excited to get into all this. You've built such an impressive business around you. How did you get into real estate to begin with?
I started doing real estate when I just came to this country 36 years ago. I was, by my background, mechanical engineering, and I was working as a mechanical engineer for quite a few years, for 10 years for a Japanese company. Then that business was moved to Mexico, and I became computer programmer. And I was working as a computer programmer for Bank of America for 5 years, and that business moved to India. So I decided that I will hold something that cannot be moved, and real estate, obviously, the choice that I like. And my first investment was in 1995 anyway, in New York. That's where I live for the last 36 years. And I developed that business from single families all the way to elevated to multifamily syndications. And that's what I do for the last 8 years. And that's what I like to do.
That's
So
amazing.
basically, I changed my 9 to 5 job to 24/7.
Yeah, exactly. You think you'll have more freedom, and then you're just working all the time.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So when you started out, how did you go about, being in a new country? How did you go about building this new career for yourself?
Out of love of real estate and opportunity that I can see, because I was living in New York and I saw opportunity in Philadelphia where you can still buy houses back then for 30, 40, $50,000, and you can rent it, you can renovate it for a few thousand, you can rent it out for $800, and you can refinance, take the money out and move to the next one. So that was obvious scheduling. So I was able to grow that business and manage property for myself and my partners and other people. So, and I reached 50, probably 50, 55 doors that I was managing myself.
Uh-huh.
And after that, I realized that it's not a business, it's a job.
Yeah, exactly. So how do you go about, you have that job, how do you go about building it out so it feels like a business?
Yeah. I established, based on management skills, I established management company that uh, create the foundation of my income. So I would never look for another job in corporate world.
Mhm.
But it's still driving back and forth between New York and Philly at least 2 times a week. It's exhausting. And every car that I have and I had has more than 300,000 miles in it. So, and I decided that it's not scalable, and that's why I switched with my partners. We switched from single families to multifamilies in 2018, and that's when it's all started. And I love what I do. That's exciting, and it is a business right now.
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
Yeah, no, that's very exciting. Talk about that switch from single family to multifamily and kind of what that switch meant for you.
That's it. I thought by doing real estate for quite a few years before that, I thought that I knew everything about real estate, and I was mistaken because multifamily investment it's completely different asset type, a completely different business. And if you can do single families by yourself, you definitely cannot do it on multifamily level. It's a one of my friends saying it's a contact sport. You have to make a contact,
Uh-huh.
and that's the key point. It's not about properties. It's not about even the projects. It's about trust and developing network of between people who will trust you to put money into you, not into the property, but actually people putting money into you. I'm always asking myself, who am I for you to put $50,000 in my deal?
Uh-huh.
So that's based on trust. That's the biggest difference between single families and multifamilies, developing trust. And
Absolutely. How did you go about building your network and, even being around these people that you could build trust with?
I'm actually introvert. That was a hard part of it. But I joined a lot of different meetup groups, a lot of investors group, a lot of investors who are looking for mm, multifamily assets, and that's where you meet quite a few people, and you start doing it little by little. I grew up from owning like my first multifamily was 6 units, and right now I can uh, I'm sponsoring 60 units property, so it's all in development. And people and you have to show up everywhere because it's not about how many people you know as much as how many people knows you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. And I mean, networking is such an important part about this business, as you mentioned. What are your best tips? Because I think a lot of people have maybe anxiety going to these meetup groups and networking and putting themselves out there. What would be some of your tips?
First of all, do not get discouraged when you start it, and do not get too optimistic when you start it because people always think that they can make a lot of money from one deal. I can tell you it's not the case. It's long-term investment, it's long-term career, it's not long-term business. You cannot be rich by doing just one deal. You have to create so-called like a conveyor belt. You have to go through full cycle before you can see real money.
Hmm.
And it takes time. And if you will analyze, or in this case, if you are underwriting and doing underwriting on 100 deals, and two of them are materializing in actual project, it's a good outcome.
Uh-huh.
But people getting discouraged and very, very, very fast, and they keep telling me that we did like 5 or 6 underwriting, nothing pencils out. And I always say, and you have 95 to go.
Yeah.
95 more to go before something will show up. Patient, patient, patient.
Yeah.
And it comes with experience. And for people who just started, I would recommend just team up with someone who does it full time and who does and who at least succeeded. And successful, it's all relative terms anyway.
Yeah. Can you talk about those early days and when maybe things didn't work out as planned or there was a mistake that you learned from?
Well, I usually when I'm starting to team up with people, and we are getting excited about project that we're working on, I'm always saying it's all good when we start counting income. Let's just talk about what will happen if everything will goes wrong.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
So you're testing your partners, and you're testing the level of risk that they can take in any particular deal. And risk taker, it's a big part of this business, because you cannot predict anything what will happen in 2 years, in 1 year, and 5 years, for that matter. You have to look at the property, look at the project from the standpoint of all other options. What is your exit strategy? How you can structure your business to be sustainable in any possible economic conditions.
Hmm. Absolutely. And what are your tips for finding partners that are aligned with you?
Uh, you have to talk about your business all the time. You have to be everywhere. You have to talk to in restaurants, in airports, on the plane and the train. You have to market yourself a lot. And by doing that, you can probably establish few connections with the people,
Hmm.
and probably you can develop from there. So you have to start somewhere. You have to team up with people, preferably with the money, or if you're looking for the property in that particular state that you're not having any idea what it is, you have to have so-called boots on the ground, the people who can help you to evaluate the area, evaluate the property, and basically be your team members based on just presence in area. That's what you can start with, at least.
Yeah. And what about that culture fit and that value fit? Where does that come into play? And what if you team up with somebody where it's just not a fit?
Nah, that's most important, most difficult part.
Hmm.
It's uh, if you're looking for the partners, my strategy basically, you have to you have to get connections with as much as 2 times more people that you basically want to, because half of them will fall apart. As well as that, when it comes to money with capital raising, if you need to raise $1 million, your goal is to raise $2 million, because everything will happen. And I can almost guarantee that half of the people that tells you that they will put money or they will put effort will never do that.
Hmm.
So just be patient and work and work and work and work. It's 24/7, like I said.
Absolutely. And I think it's
But
good advice to be talking about your business all the time. Some people are kind of shy to do that.
yeah, as you can, as you noticed, my English is not it didn't come from Native Americans, but I overcome that obstacles. So I can talk to anyone. If I can do it, anyone else can do it. That's
Absolutely.
not a big deal. It's not a
Absolutely.
big deal. And you have to know how to talk to brokers. You have to know how to talk to mortgage brokers, real estate brokers, and that's a specific skills that you will develop.
Yeah, kind of being on the job and doing it a lot and refining your pitch.
Yep.
I'm sure you've gone through that where you kind of iterate your pitch a little bit. Can you talk about that? Where, how to communicate what you're doing in almost like a sales way, like to get people interested.
Sure, yeah. You can do like 30 seconds. It's called like elevator speech, right?
Mhm.
So in 30 seconds, you have to tell people what you're doing and what you're doing is good and why you're passionate about it. Basically, if people asking me what I'm doing, I'm saying that I'm investing in multifamily residential uh, real estate, and my average return is better than average. And if you're interested in hearing more details, we can connect. We can have a cup of coffee. We can sit together somewhere,
Mhm.
and in this case, you first of all, you basically introducing yourself. Second, you're not violating any FCC laws. You cannot pitch, you cannot solicit your deal when you're meeting just people first time.
Mhm.
You cannot do it. Otherwise, I can tell you, orange looks bad on me.
Yeah. What are those regulations?
Regulations, it depends on what is it's called difference between accredited investors, who have net worth of more than $1 million or income of more than 200 combined per year, and sophisticated people who have experience and knowledge of real estate.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
So you cannot solicit anything to the people like sophisticated investors.
Mm-hmm.
You might pitch your deal to accredited investors. It's called as FCC regulation 506C or 506B. If anyone will be interested, you guys can take a look on that, and it's boring, but it's important documents.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, that's saving a lot of people a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
So talk about, now that you're in multifamily syndications, it seems like you guys are doing great business. How have you been able to build out the business around you? What kind of, are you vertically integrated? Do you work with partners? What does that look like?
The latest deal that we did is in Texas, in Texarkana, small town. It's not primary, not secondary. It's Treasury Market. It's northeast of Texas, right on the border with Arkansas. That's the name. That's where the name came from.
Mhm.
Arkansas, Texarkana, Texas, and Arkansas.
Mm.
The only famous thing about that city is it's a post office serving 2 zip codes. That's only one post office in the United States.
Mhm.
And by doing that, by finding that property, I created a team of local people in Texas,
Mhm.
plus another gentleman who is also full-time realtor, one of my brokers that I'm partnering with, another person who is doing construction, and he has experience in construction, and I'm good in finding deals and doing underwriting.
Yeah. Yeah. Talk more about underwriting. Kind of, that seems like a great skill set of yours. Have you developed that, and what are your best tips for doing that successfully?
The underwriting, you can use any tool on the market that you can find, and a lot of those tools are free tools, like Michael Blank, one of them, that he is basically giving it away. If you're part of any other mentor community, they have specific tools. I do have my tools that I'm using. It doesn't really matter. They all should coexist. But you have to know what you doing in terms of what you can offer your investors. The investors always comes first. So if you can provide investor with at least certain level of return and they happy, and you have to compete with the bank at this point.
Mhm.
So something has to be excited to put money into the deal in comparison to put money in CDs in the bank.
Mhm.
So, but if you put in investors first, that's how you're looking at underwriting. So let's say, if you're offering them 7% cash on cash return, that should pencils out in your price and expenses. And you, as a GP, general partners, you're not working for free, obviously. So overall, that any property should produce more than 8% at day one if it is stabilized property.
Mhm.
I can go on and on. You should stop me.
No, please. We want to
Yeah.
listen to
So
everything.
underwriting is important skills, but it's just the beginning of all work. Responsibility also. Let's say that you found the deal and you talk it out with your brokers, and you send so-called LOI, letter of intent, and and the worst case, and that's what I keep telling everyone who is scared to talk about $5-10 million deal. What's the worst case that can happen to you? And people getting scared because they're not talking to broker and they're not sending that letter of intent,
Mm.
LOI. And I said, look, if the worst case, what can happen to you, your LOI will be accepted. That's the worst case. So now if it is accepted, now you have to worry, because if you're working on that, you have to understand that you have 5 days to sign PSA, purchase and sales agreement, and you have to come up with so-called earnest money deposit, EMD. If let's say $5 million deal, uh, it might cost you to buy a piece of paper between 1 to 2%. So you're talking about between $50 to $100,000 that you cannot raise. You have to use your own money, or you have to use money of your partners as a general partnership. So, and that money at risk, and that's most important and the most frightening. But before that, many steps before that, you have to do underwriting, you have to negotiate, you have to do a lot of steps. And that's why I would recommend to partner with someone who's at least know what they're doing, at least have full-time business like that, and at least have some kind of level of success. But success, again, is relative. If I would say that someone that I know have 5,000 units, without asking person how much you making per unit, doesn't make any sense, because 5,000 doesn't mean anything. It's just a number.
Right.
You might be better off having 2-3 family house than 5,000
Totally.
units. Yeah. So, and from my experience, if you're making, let's say, $50 per unit as a GP, general partners, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
now you can put numbers units to number of dollars, and that will make a little bit more sense to talk about.
Absolutely. That thought of going deep rather than wide, because if you go too wide, you can extend yourself, and the bottom can fall out.
And I'm always making bad jokes that in this business, size doesn't matter.
Yeah. That's amazing. Well, sorry.
Okay.
So to kind of wrap this up, you've given such good information about, scaling a business in the investing field. What would be something that you wish you learned earlier in your career that you can share with people today?
Only regrets that I have right now at my age, and I never use my age as an excuse, that I should have done that business, and I should have started like 20 years ago,
Yeah.
25 years ago. I mean, multifamilies.
Yeah.
It's never late. It's never too late. But instead of developing business for 20 years and getting to the point when you're satisfied, I have certain goals. I squeezed that goal to 5 years. So 1 year of my life is for 4 years of experience. That's all the regret that I have. It's never too late, but
Yeah.
you can start now.
Yeah, just get started and do the thing.
Yep.
Well, this has been wonderful. Thank you so much for all of, the inspiration and insights you gave. Can you tell people where to find you and how to work with you?
Absolutely. They can either find me on my phone number is 917-601-7768. Or you can find me like a branding company. It's Veles, VELES, Veles Holdings, one word, .com. And you will find all information about me and my business and everything else that we're doing.
Amazing.
VelesHoldings.com.
Amazing. And you do mentorship as well.
I'm doing mentorship as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you so
And
much.
I love it. And I love it.
Yeah. I know that must be great to give back. Thank you so much. And thank you everyone for listening. Hope you got some good inspiration for your own business, or maybe just inspiration to start. Please reach out to Roman. It seems like he has a lot to offer, and he's very willing to, offer some mentorships.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.